בוקר טוב, we up to Mishlei פרק ב', פסוק ו'. כי אדוני ייתן חוכמה, מפיו דעת ותבונה. אייזק ואלברט, אלה תולדות אברהם, אברהם הוליד את יצחק. אומר רש"י, כי השם ייתן חוכמה. הלמדת שגדולה היא. How great is the wisdom? You know how big is the wisdom? שהרי ניתנה מפי הקדוש ברוך הוא, ולכך אתה צריך לקנותה. אומר רש"י, I want to prove you how big and how great and how powerful is Torah, because it was given from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if it was given from HaKadosh Baruch Hu direct, you have to go and buy it. נסביר. אנחנו here, Adam bא לעולם, a person comes to the world, you have food, you have vegetables, you have fruits, you have water. The world is there for you. You can tap anything, you can eat whatever you want to eat. It's there for you. Chokhmah is not there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to give you. Versus when a person is born, he has everything next to him. Chokhmah is not next to you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to give you. If the world was giving to you and you came to the world ready, meaning the world was ready for you. So bemet, it was a package deal. You come, you have the world. The Torah wasn't like this. Even though the world was created, the Torah was up there, hidden. The Chokhmah to come down to the world was supposed to go through Hashem giving it to us. Are we getting it?
שזה מעמד הר סיני או
whatever it is. I'm not going down to Har Sinai. I'm just telling you things that
it wasn't available.
No, you had to earn it. We had to give it to us. Food was there to take. You want to take it, take it. You want to take it on, but it's here. Everything is next to you. You would have to, what you need to do is go and pick. Chokhmah wasn't here. Hashem had to give you.
אברהם הביא חוכמה מעצמו.
אברהם לא הביא חוכמה מעצמו, not at all. But I'm not talking about על החוכמה של אברהם. I'm talking about חוכמה של הקדוש ברוך הוא. אומר רש"י, למדת שגדולה היא. Why? שהרי ניתנה מפי הקדוש ברוך הוא. And therefore, כי השם ייתן חוכמה מפיו של הקדוש ברוך הוא דעת ותבונה. רבו ישי, Shlomo HaMelech here talks about the greatness of the Chokhmah. We have Torah שבכתב and we have Torah שבעל פה. You want to open the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. הקדוש ברוך הוא הביא לנו תורה. יש תורה שבכתב ויש תורה שבעל פה. בכתב, it's written. תורה שבעל פה was given from mouth to ear. מפה לאוזן. כמו שלמה המלך, שהשם ייתן חוכמה. מה זה חוכמה? תורה שבכתב. מפיו, לצורה שבעל פה. זה צריך דעת ותבונה. I can give you a book and you have to read. And there is something, I cannot give you anything. I can only talk to you direct. עד פה מובן? In any event, אתה רואה פה שחוכמה, שהתורה הקדושה, החוכמה, it's not something light. It's not something that you go to the store and you buy. It's not something that you plant and it's going to grow. It's something precious that's the only thing after HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. That's the only thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was willing to give. Shematem, the world was ready, but the Torah was not giving only at a certain time. But Torah had to be given. Everything else was there. Shematem, everything else, the whole world, the entire world was ready for Adam. Torah was not there. Torah came after. If the Torah came after, it just shows how special and how precious is the Torah. At the Pumuvan, let's go further down. Omer, I got on me Vilna. Omer, I go in. Oh, now I don't have to say I go in Vilna. I go in, you know, I go in Vilna. He says, Chokhmah, ki ha-chokhmah me'ayin timatzeh. Do you know what does it mean, ki ha-chokhmah me'ayin timatzeh? Ayin means nothing. Ha-chokhmah me'ayin timatzeh. Person to be zocheh to chokhmah, it's only if you're humble. Ayin. Ha-chokhmah me'ayin timatzeh. And once a person is ayin, he's humble, he owes nothing, then he becomes a vessel. And the more, the bigger. Kama shata yoter anav, the bigger of a vessel you become, and chokhmah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give you more chokhmah. So, ki Hashem yiten chokhmah. Hashem is going to give chokhmah, wisdom. To whom? For more. Yeah. But then, maybe you got the whole sugya. Maybe you got the whole ways of how to understand whatever you understood. Gemara, Tosafot, Akol. That's one level. But then there is a different level. Whatever you know, give it over to others. That's not easy. That's not easy. You can know Akol, it's very hard to give over to others. You know, there is Avrachim in Kolel for 60 years. 60 years. הם כמעט 80. נולדו בישיבה, they were born in ישיבה. חיים בישיבה, they live in the ישיבה. ונפטרים בישיבה. That's their life. You ask them, come, give me a class. יש? לא יכולים. אני מכיר כמה כאלו. לא פשוט. יש. אומר הגאון. אומר כי השם ייתן חוכמה. הקדוש ברוך הוא is going to give you things that you never ever knew, learned, nothing. He gives it to you. And then he says, mipiv. Chokhmah, but the person gets, הוא מוציא מהפה שלו. זה דבר גדול מאוד. But then אומר, יש דעת ויש תבונה. דעת, ידע החוכמה על בוריו לעצמו. for you to know that the Chokhmah al Buyo from top to toe, Akol. Now you know it for yourself. אבל אינו יכול להסביר עדיין לאחרים. You cannot explain to others. What is תבונה? שיהיה יכול להסביר וללמד גם לאחרים. שמעתם? You know the whole Masechet, you know the whole Torah kula. And you know it inside out. That's Chokhmah מפיו דעת. אתה יודע את הכל על בוריו, you know everything. Try to give it to others. קצת בלגן. שלמה המלך הוא תבונה. מה זה תבונה? To be able to give others what you know, however you know. Ask parents, what do you want your son to become? I believe most of us have a dream. How do you want your son to be when you're 18, 20? Not necessarily that's what happened, but either we had a dream or to the young ones, we have a dream. Yeah, Isaac? True. What do you want Abraham to become? A real estate agent?
No.
Okay, so what's your dream? If you don't have a dream, it's okay. Take your time.
I want him to be a light for Torah.
So you want him to be a Avrech.
I want to do whatever he wants to do.
Whatever he wants, it's not going to happen. What do you want?
I like him to grow up to know 10 times more Torah than I know. That's what I want. That's what I want to do.
So he's going to be a big rabbi.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I hope so.
You just said 10 times more than
I hope so. Doesn't necessarily have to be a rabbi, but yeah.
Not a, it doesn't have to be a rabbi. Ben Torah.
Yeah, Ben Torah.
Okay. So that's your dream.
Yeah.
Mr. Abraham,
Yeah.
what do you want Jacob to become?
If I could do it, I want him to sit all day.
And do what?
Learn.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe computers.
No.
Okay.
If I could-
So you want to also to become a Ben Torah.
Yeah, if it's not for work, actually work.
Habibi, they work more than you could dream.
I'm saying if they could sit and
Hello,
learn and-
I
and
work,
learn.
Habibi, I work double than you.
Yes, I agree.
So people in Kollel, they work double and harder, more than you can dream. So saying being Kollel and doesn't work, they work and work hard.
You don't have to worry about a parnasa really.
Worry, they all worry. It's not gonna happen. We all worry. Ain't gonna
I don't
never.
know if he's being supported.
I don't know how much, what type of style he wants. But so at the end of the day, you want it to be a Ben Torah. Fine. Now let me ask you, that's your dream here, right? Isaac, you all right? מוטי, גם אתה בגליל מאמין. אברהם, מה התוכנית? רבי. אוקיי, בקיצור, כולם רבנים. מה קורה?
אז מי
מה קורה?
ילמד?
מי יעבוד?
מי התלמיד?
אוקיי. מה קורה בלחץ?
לא חסר.
אוקיי, לא חסר. Fine, okay. So now let me ask you, שלושה צדיקים פה. Isaac, so you have a mission. How do you take this mission? You have a dream, right? How can you take it and put it down? And whatever you dream here can instill in Gab's or Abraham's heart to become however you want.
Dream a reality?
Yeah.
I guess at first I gotta work on myself.
Ooh, then it's a problem.
It take a little longer.
So once again, you want something from your son. Habibi, he is here. He's almost 3 years old. No, he's more than 3 years old. The other one, fine. So every 3 years of his life, you didn't plan how you want him to become a rabbi.
Plan on that's a good point. That's a good point. But
What have you done till today to him become a rabbi? אתה אדבר על אייזיק ולא על אלברט. נדבר אחר כך
that's
עליהם.
what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to come here myself
Okay.
so that I can teach him. I can eventually.
Eventually, he's already almost 4 years old.
Yeah, but he's not at a point where I can sit down with him and where am I going to teach him what?
You see, that's already a big problem. If you think at 33 years gone already, it's not the time for him to teach. You missed the boat. Well, let's go with you. Okay, let's say it's not 7. Fine. From 7 till 17, 10 years you have. What's your plan? How do you take your dream and turn it into action and to become whatever you want him to become? And by the way, okay, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, what?
I would take the time to sit down and learn with him
Okay.
and try like your nephew.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like how your nephew was like you said, like his father took the time, sat down with him, learned with him, and it's about taking the time. So I would take the time, no matter what it is, sit down with him and teach him as much as I can.
So he comes from yeshiva. He's 7 years old. You're in work. What do you do at 6 o'clock? You close your office.
I'm gonna close my office, but I guess I would come home a little earlier.
6 o'clock would you close your office?
come back to
אתה מפריע. Where's your office to begin with? איפה האופס שלך אתה? דבר הלאה.
I would do it if I had to do it, yes.
If you see, you have no plans. You have a dream, but in reality you have no base.
That's almost 95% of the people.
100. That's why we have no rabbis. But I'm happy כמה רבנים Marco. Yeah, Mr. Gigi, what's your plan with Jack? Close your eyes, close.
Even less.
What's my plan with Jack? Well, I have him trying to have him in a good yeshiva. I guess
0.
What, personally?
Not personally, emotionally.
No, I'm saying like physically, like me myself.
No, your wife.
Listen, right now, I'm trying to put him in the best, in a better direction than when I was at this
I
age.
love how from best to better. It's been very quick. Yes.
No, in the best direction that I could possibly do right now.
Okay.
I think I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And can I be doing a little bit more? 100% I could.
Okay, so we're ready from becoming a big rabbi becomes a very, thin rabbi. Yeah.
No, we're talking about right now, Rabbi.
Habibi, you
I
have
didn't say I want
to.
to be a rabbi. I said
You-
I want, if I'm able to, I would like for him to, if he doesn't have to work, if he even has to work a little bit, for him to most of his days to
If
be
you think,
learning.
Habibi, I want to. If you think for 1 second that you'll be a good father, if he's not gonna work, you're dreaming. You're a bad father.
Not if he's not going to work.
Once again,
I don't not know
hold
the
on.
value of hard
If
work.
you think as a father, I want my son not to work, that's the worst attitude. I want my son to work, and I want him to work hard. There is no way not to work. You
I
live
don't
in
wanna
this
spoil
world.
him and tell him, hey, just sit down and do it. But at the
I'm
same
not
time,
saying
I
it's
want him-
funny. So you just your mindset is. I'm sorry to say it's wrong. What does it mean? I don't want him to work. You have to work, and you got to work hard. The question is, where do you want him to work
I
hard?
understand.
And because of that,
Okay, yeah.
people who collect, do you think for 1 second they work the hardest? They work the hardest. I want to sit with you 5 hours.
Okay, maybe my choice of words is poor, but
Okay, so then what's your plan?
Yes.
What's your plan then? Let's start all over. Reset. What's your plan?
I have to think about it.
I see the problem. We wake up at the age of 16 and then what happened to us? What did I miss? You're missing already from now. If you're not going to sit down with yourself, what do you want from your children? How do you want to raise them? If you're not going to ask yourself and your wife, what do I want? I'm sending them to your school. School, I'm sorry to say, they do nothing. They could work 50%. Habibi, if the kid is not going to hear from you, what do you want? What's the atmosphere in the house? 24/7, he's not going to know what do you want. And don't be surprised if it's going to come off a whole different direction that you think. And Habibi, that's where many of us, we have dreams here, but where do you take the dream into reality?
I don't know if I wouldn't say it's a dream of where I want him to be. I don't have an idea or a dream of how I want him to be in
Wow.
life.
Then why did you get married to begin with? You want to have kids?
Yes, I want.
Why?
Why
Because
do I
it's
want-
cute to have kids?
Why do I want to have kids?
Yeah. It just happened.
To grow a family.
Why?
I don't think about why.
Oh,
why have
Hashem
kids.
Yishmor, Ya Habibi. So then what are you doing for him? בכלל?
Your
Sure, can't say that name. Is that name? I'll put your name over here in the placard. Is that name?
That's obvious. You don't have to say that though.
Say what?
That you want to build a family, continue the name, and grow your.
So you want family to continue your name?
To have it? What do you mean? What? Yeah.
To continue your name?
The way of the world.
Wait, so you got married and you have Jack and Rabbit to continue your name. Who cares about your name?
Build a family.
But who cares about your name?
I'm not saying it like in that sense.
No, I want to know. You say I want my name to be out there.
I'm looking for as if like I don't know. Like,
No, I don't know.
Something like for my name. I'm not trying to.
No, I don't care if you want. It's great. Even Biden wants his name to be out there.
Huh?
Even Biden wants his name out there. But what benefit do you have if you want your name out there? So you want Jack and your daughter for your name to be out there. I don't get it.
Okay, I don't get it either, honestly.
So let's go. So let's reset third time. What do you want from Jack? You see, we never thought.
A good boy.
He changed 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. You want him to be a good boy. What does it mean to be a good boy in your sense? What is a good boy? Explain me. What is a good boy? What does he need to be to become a good boy?
Be like me.
Good midot.
Have to be
I'm sorry, man. I love you,
to
but
be kind, to be, to be, to maybe have a schedule, to be,
to have a schedule. Habibi, if you raise the kid to have schedule, that doesn't do much.
Okay.
מה אתה מפריע שם? אל תדבר איתי בכלל אתה. אתה מגיד
What is the rabbi's definition of a good boy?
Mine is a whole different ballgame.
Not a good boy of having raising children. What's the
I want to tell you something. The basic.
entry level?
No. I have a dream, but there is basic from where I'm starting.
Okay.
The first thing is I want my son to have tools to live life after he doesn't have me next to him. It doesn't mean after 120, it means when he's independent. Do I give him the right tools when he's 18 and 20 and 25, whether he's in yeshiva, whether in Israel, whether he's married? Do I give him tools to know how to live life? First of all, to live life. And that it means midot tovot, and that means to be given in, and that means to be mevater, and that means you be kind, and that means that when you have to stand up for your rights, you should stand up for your rights, and that means that you have to be ahrayut, you should have responsibility for your actions. It means a lot. That's the basic stuff. So when he's 3, he should know something about this. Whatever you dream, forget about it. I'm not making him, the chief rabbi. The basic stuff. Do I give my son tools when he is not next to me? That's the most important thing. By chinuch, what is education? You send him to your school education. You teach him math and science and chemistry and all these beautiful, nice things. For what? So when he's 18 and 20 and 25 and he's going to open a store, he's going to need to know basic stuff, math, or how to run a store. So how do you run a store? So when he's at a young age, you teach him you don't throw things. Where is your drawer? Put your toys to the drawer. Why do you throw the tissue on the floor? Pick it up, put it in the garbage. Do you know what that means? It means you teach him 1, responsibility. 2, be organized. Be organized. 3, if that's yours, your father and your mother would have to clean your garbage. So when he's 18 and 20, and he dorms in a yeshiva or whatever Be'ez Hashem is going to get married when he's 22, 25. You know what does it mean? This is the ABC of social. That's the ABC how to open a business. That's the ABC how to run whatever you want to do. So I want him to know when he's independent, he's going to have the right tools for that. There is people that are 50 years old, they don't have even the sense. What does it mean? Responsibility. I don't want to have, I come work, I don't want to know.
Without saying any of that, I do all that.
What do you mean you do?
I whatever the rabbi mentioned as of right now, let's just clean up the toys and do this and be, don't
But hold
back
on,
and-
hold on.
Those
The
are all things
difference.
that I do already.
No, 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 no. The
but
difference
that-
between you and I, when I tell him to clean the toys, I don't mean clean the toys. My picture is in 18 years from now, I'm giving you something, a sense that you're gonna have to use that tools not only about toys, about everything in life.
Okay, that's the covenant that the rabbi has for his son, but really, without you, because you're not saying that to him, you're telling him with having that in mind, but by you just telling him to do that, he's gonna do it, and that's what he's building regardless of
Hold
what
on,
you.
that's not true.
Yeah, it
I
is.
tell you why.
Because you're not saying
Because
it-
how
you're
long
not
it
saying,
takes?
Shlomo, you're not saying Shlomo, I'm telling you to do the thing because now in 20 years from now you're gonna be able to do that. You're just doing it, and you're.
I'm not talking about my son. I'm about you and I.
Well,
Stop. No,
any
no,
of the
no.
kids,
Stop.
any of the kids.
Stop here. Why do you want him to clean the toys? Because you don't want to have a mess.
No, because you don't want
Well-
to mess, but he has to know that he can't.
Ba, 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 ba.
use his toys to-
I'm not talking about him now. I'm talking about you and I, Rafi. Why do you want him to clean the toys?
you're not
because
allowed to
you
leave your
want-
toys on the floor.
That's wrong.
Why?
Because if that's what's in your mind, I want him to. If I want to teach him, so I don't want to have
He
a
has
mess
to know
of.
that if he has to play with his toys, he has to put them away.
I understand him, but what you as a father, what's you in your head? Again, when you teach him step 1 to clean the toys, and step 2 pick up whatever you got to do, and step 3 when he's 7 and 8 and 10 and 12, you have to head somewhere. I don't want to have a mess. That's not a reason for us. You're right. I don't want to have a mess. But where do you take that lesson to a kid? Hello.
Okay.
I want to teach you something. It just blew me away. It blew me away. We were in the Shabbaton. Kids age 15, 16, 17. I see a kid in the lobby. He took a bag, a snack. He ate, done. He threw it, and he walked away. And by the way, he's considered one of the top the high honor kids.
Everybody does
The high honor kids, 10th grade. But the best rabbi, Habibi, אני לוקח זורק את זה ממשיך הלאה. I couldn't understand.
Is that because his parents-
זרק את זה והלך.
So is that because his parents didn't tell him to pick it up and throw it in the house?
I'm asking you, why a kid like this has this attitude to be in a hotel and a lobby, זרוק את זה,
He has a chadam in his house.
Right.
חכה דקה.
That's 100% right.
אני אשאל לך שאלה.
He has a chadam in his house.
His parents taught him outside people clean up.
He has to go around to school. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Falls on the parents.
Do you know where that is going to take him in life?
Nowhere.
You know how it's going to be his marriage? I got to tell
It's
you.
gonna be a mess.
Forget about
You can't
no.
expect his wife to clean up his mess.
But do you know when? When she's going to need him, he's going to tell her, bye, I'm walking out, I'm going to work. And he's going to live with the work and the hard work.
That's because the way his parents maybe didn't say anything when he takes the bag and finishes and puts it on the floor because his chadam cleans it up.
Forget about the chadam, period.
The point is that if he's not going to be reprimanded, even with somebody being there to clean after him, then he's never going to learn.
So here
I
I'm
have somebody helping us. So if Jack goes on
That's
the
an
floor, I go
exception.
pick it up.
Yeah.
So here I'm trying to
That's
teach
an
you,
exception.
maybe the mother is very into his education and will pork out A. She makes sure she's gonna be the top class and the top rabbis education-wise. Education here.
Education has nothing to do with like street smarts or
Here we go. So let's go back to the
or just proper manners.
so here we go.
You can't learn.
I'm 100% because his mother I know her very well because she's very worried about his education. And PTA, she takes maybe 20 minutes of my time to talk about his education. But he has zero manners when it comes to this life. So where chemistry is going to help you in marriage? Zero.
But Rabbi, but by just even if I don't have that in my mind, I don't. I was raised that way. So what if I tell my son to do something, or I'm indirectly, not even though I'm not thinking it, subconsciously, telling him like raising him to do.
That's not enough. What
Why
you
not?
think here, you have to have a direction. What if I have
The
a
direction
dream?
is to be. The direction is to be a good boy. When I say good boy, I mean to be kind, to be
Okay.
respectable, to be clean, to do things a certain way.
I'm not talking about this. I want to know why I see parents who they have 18 hours books and their kids have nothing what to do with the parents. How did it happen? How did it happen? You see a father could be, I'm not talking about a rabbi. I'm talking a father, a normal father who works and learns and works and learns. How come the kids, half of the kids are not even on his way to begin with?
Because they don't spend enough time with the kids.
They didn't invest.
Is that because they did not spend?
They don't have a
He
goal.
said spend time.
They don't have a goal.
Yeah, they did not take, they did not have, they did not.
They
make
have
the
dinner
time.
every night.
They didn't make the time. It didn't have to be every single
So
night. but
okay, so
it has to be-
where did the father, the mother went, got off over here? What happened?
Listen,
Don't go.
if I come home from work every single day at 7:30 and the kids are going to bed at 8, that's what happens. If you don't make it a point to be home at a certain amount of time, because at this age is when they really absorb everything, and for you to spend the time with them, to take time out of your day and out of your time from doing whatever else you do, then that's how they're going to be. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion. You have to make time to be with them at this time in their life.
You're telling me to be, and I'm trying
be
to
and
teach you.
to teach and to have.
But you have to teach if you have a dream. You see, when I'm a
And we can
teacher,
only teach if we have a dream.
100%. If I see, I'm a teacher, and I can tell you this: you can have two types of teacher. One he prepared a class, and one
I'm gonna take it as a
he's gonna give a class. One he has his class ready, and one is gonna give a class. Do you know what's the difference? One class, the kid's they're gonna leave the class with a message, because you had a paper and you had to write it down. The kids they wrote it down. They know we had a material to cover. We covered in 3 weeks. We're having a test. That's one who comes to teach properly, versus the other one who's going to teach. They open the book and let's carry the class to where it's going to happen. That's not a class.
No plan.
There's no plans. There's nothing there. And I bet you the kids going to the class. It's a park. What makes a good school a great school? What makes a great class a great class? There is a plan. You have a plan ready, and you have to cover the material. But when I'm going to give a class, you know what I mean? I once met a teacher, a rabbi, whatever it is, teaching in 12th grade. I asked him, so whatever he spoke to me, I'm like, okay, so let me work on your thing. So what book are you teaching? Chumash, Gemara? No book. Until what do you mean no book? It's the hardest class to give. You have to create every day a new class. So I come to class and the kid asks a question and I dwell on it. פעם זה עולם הבא, פעם זה גיהנום, פעם גוג ומגוג, פעם... אמרתי לו, אני לא מבין. You telling me that the kids create a class? Do you think this class have discipline to begin with? You think any kid is going to walk out of that class after a year? They're going to come maybe knowing answers for the questions, but where is the lesson plan? Where is the lesson plan? Zero. Yes, for the past 7 months, they spoke about every topic that you can dream. But where is the lesson plan? Believe me, there is schools, there is classes that the rabbis or teachers, they come heke. That's called he has a plan. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that the rabbi or the teacher here, they can be brilliant. Here, they can know the whole material, whether it's science or grammar or chemistry or whatever you want. But if you don't have a plan, how can you be a teacher if the kids leave the class with no plan? This is what I'm trying to go with. Summertime, my time that I sit next to my computer, it's one thing I'm doing summertime. I'm planning a class for the next year.
Don't you plan it once?
What?
Don't you plan it one time and then?
Well, if that's how you teach, you're right. But I would tell you almost every year, I'm getting another different different class. So פעם קיבל חוד שבת, פעם קיבל חוד המועדים, פעם קיבל נביא, פעם קיבל חומש במדבר, פעם קיבל חומש דברים. It's okay. So yes, 60%, I would say you're right. 40%. What about the other new classes that that you're teaching? Where's their plan? So summertime, I'm spending my time, listen to me, to cover minimum the next 3 or 4 months. So I have plans for the next 3 or 4 months, day by day, every day what I'm giving. And I have to cover my material. So when you come, the kids feel we're on a mission. The kids know we have a paper done. The kids know we have to follow the questions, we have to give an answers. They know in 3 months, midterms comes, they have from the beginning of the year till now, the material covered, and they have the papers that they have to study from, and they know the material, the midterms is going to be on from chapter 1 till chapter 10. And we covered 10 chapters. And you have to keep all your notes. That's cool, you have a plan. But when you have no plan, what exactly are they, they're gonna have to review? Klum.
What's your personal plan with your son? When you start teaching him things like whatever, what's your
Today.
I'm not talking about
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about this. About like teaching your dream.
My dream, I'll show you my dream. Now you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I saw this dream for my parents. So I know that I'm doing right because my parents, they could be proud of their kids because Baruch Hashem, the kids, they could go ahead and be proud that they did a good job. Okay? Let me tell you something. Now, I'm not trying to tell you copy me because that's not the point. Each kid is different and a boy is different than a girl, and each one has his own mission, right? His own challenge. So if I'm gonna take, let's say Shlomo. So look, where my plan starts. Okay, I'm not trying to show something. He is not even here. Instead of showing movies and Dora and all this nonsense with Disney, you sit with your son and you don't put him in a high chair, put him in a movie for 2 hours and you do it and be in the computer and the wife has to go shopping and living with a khadamah. That's not how life is. You gotta work. And trust me, I work very hard. So stop blaming your wife. So once again, you have to have a dream and you have to have a plan. If I have a dream and I have a plan, I'm working by the book because I'm aiming somewhere and I'm praying in Ribono Shel Olam. I beg you that I shouldn't fail. If I'm gonna fail, זה יהיה דבר הכי גרוע בחיים שלי. אסון.
What do you mean fail?
If I'm not gonna be able to reach to Shlomo's life and to my daughters, to give them the tools that they need, and to raise them where at least the direction that the Shulchan Aruch wants us. Shulchan Aruch wants us.
Which means they're not I'm just like you could have put it in your right as a failure if they become like different. Not but let's say good people and they succeed in what they do could be not necessarily.
זה יהיה המינימום.
Okay.
Let's be the minimum. But if a son, he sees a family, he sees uncles, he sees cousins, he sees a grandfather.
Your work is
so we aim, at least there. ישבנו אתמול בלילה אצל אבא. אתמול בלילה, I was, כן, אבא ביקש, אז הולכים. So watch this. 2 of my little nephews, there עושים סיום. אחד על סדר מועד, אחד על מסכת ברכות. Kids, So kids at the age, one was I think 7, one was 11. Okay, so האווירה בבית, when we come, חנוכה זה לא חנוכה גלט, ולא presents. Now don't get me wrong, I'm pro Hanukkah galt because I give and I pro gift, give and give as much as you can, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Shlomo loves Hanukkah. You're gonna ask him why? Because every day after lights we get presents. So yesterday, when I came, he was very tired, so the Rebbe put him to sleep. So I did Hanukkah for the first time without him. Okay. So and then we drove to the parents. By the time we came, I don't know, it was 11 o'clock. Abba, we didn't do Hanukkah yet. So I told them, because you were sleeping, and my wife tells me, because he's gonna do הדלקת נרות. אמרתי לו, כאילו התכוונתי לו מה, but he didn't come up. So my wife tells him right away, you mean you want your gift? Yeah. So he knows it's הדלקת נרות, and right after הדלקת נרות he gets gift. So he loves Hanukkah. Why? Because for 8 days he gets gift. That's perfect when you're that age because you're gonna love the holidays. Perfect. But as you grow, you're gonna know that Hanukkah is not about the gifts. Hanukkah is about mazan nerot. What can you draw from the light, and you take it to the high level. But again, I have it for now, my dream. But to get there, you have to start from toys, from gifts, bribe him, make him special. Absolutely, you have to give him as much as you can on Amazon. I'm not saying no, you have to give him. But you as a parent, you have to have a plan. And for that plan, zero pashut. And by the way, and the most important thing is you and your wife have to be on the same page. If not, it's a minute to fail. חזק וברוך. רבי יוחנן אמרי שאומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לעשות את זה.